What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on? Okay, what's going on, y'all? This is Insecure, season what? 5, episode 6. Tired, okay? Cause yes, I'm tired. Baby, Issa almost had me in the beginning, okay? Cause I said, bitch, what is this? I said, no ma'am, no ham, no sim. We are not about to do what I think we're about to do, okay? Because y'all remember last week's episode left off with Issa seeing Lawrence. They both locked eyes. They seen each other in the hospital. She went down that way so she could have herself. Baby, this episode started. She came back and they had called Condola and baby Elijah to come back there to see the doctor. And Issa said, wait. I said, what? At this point, I was like, baby, what is going on? Because I could not tell if it was real or not. Because it's Issa, and this is an awkward thing that Issa would do. She would literally put herself in a messed up situation, okay? So I'm sitting here like, now, Issa, come on. Okay, we're not about to do this. Please don't embarrass yourself. This is not the time nor the place. If that man didn't want to introduce you to his kid, introduce you to his situation or whatever, let that go. She go down there and she was like, hey Lawrence, hey Condola. They was like, oh my God, hi. All of this. And I'm just sitting here like, what is happening? The exchange is a little bit too friendly. You know what I'm saying? It don't feel like it's a little bit of resentment that's there. I'm like, no, what's happening? Next thing you know, Condola was like, I guess you want to hold the baby Elijah. Oh my God, yes, go ahead. So she holding that baby. I said, bitch, what? This what we're doing? I said, now, Issa, stop it. Now, girl, I know you playing. Next thing you know, Issa turned that baby upside down and shot that baby over into whatever it did. Threw that baby. I said, bitch, we are not playing basketball. She said, I said, And Condola was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And then she kicked Condola into the pile. Mind you, when she did it, she said, fuck them kids. Y'all, why did I think of immediately? No shade. But when she said fuck them kids, why did Boosie come to my man when he got upset at the fact that Lil Nas X said fuck them kids? And then we get to the fact that now we know that she was dreaming, okay? She was just having a little fantasy moment. And she's sitting there, she go on Instagram, she goes on Lawrence's account. You know, of course she was cheesing at first. Then she go on Lawrence's account and she's going through his stuff. And then she comes across, first we see him on the airplane, you see some food. And then you see him with baby Elijah. And in that picture's caption, we see that he has moved back to LA. And I told y'all, that's what was needed to be done. It would have been easier for him to move to LA, find a different job. Well, most likely, he could have found the same job out there in LA. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Okay, so that's what wound up happening. Meanwhile, we get Issa and freaking Nathan. They having sex. Okay, they doing the nasty. Issa, you know, she up there riding, and she was like, you love this? You love this? Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know, what else do you love? I love you. Well, no, that's not what he said, baby. I love the way you ride this. I love the way you feel. I love the way this and all this stuff. Oh, so that's all that you love? That's all that it is? What else? What else? I said, Issa, you just turned me off. Now, see, I didn't even think I wanted to see a sex scene between Ethan, okay, Issa and Nathan. But after that, girl, you just turned me off. I said, Issa, now see, you are steadily playing yourself. We told you last week you spoke too soon. That man did not even say, I love you back. And now you up here trying to fish it out of him. If he hasn't said it now, that man don't feel it yet. And you can't force a person to say something just because you said it, okay? Meanwhile, you know, they laying there, she all up in her feelings. We talking about a coyote that's coming past or whatever. And I said, Issa, get over it, okay? Issa, go over there to the hospital. She taking care of, you know, keeping up with Molly's parents, family, you know, giving her up to date, you know, updates about what's going on because Molly had to go to that retreat for her job, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, she brought the father food. She brought the brother some food. The father some jerk chicken. The brother some rice or something with some cow milk cheese, no cow milk cheese or something like that. He was like, you know, if the white people say it's bad for you, you know they know what they talking about. I said, not necessarily, but okay, I get it, but no. Meanwhile, she had something for Curtis, her other brother, Molly's other brother. and she's on a phone with Molly, just making sure everything was okay, giving her updates or whatever. And then when Curtis come in, they was flirting or whatever. Here come Molly. Don't be trying to get with my brother, okay? He already married with kids. And then they hugging and all this stuff, the little chemistry there, just playing with her. And then Molly gonna say something, he got herpes, right? I said, don't do that. Don't do that. I do like they little banter and they little friendship or whatever. Meanwhile, we get to Issa in the block situation. Her and Q, her her assistant, they going down looking at this art stuff with these black folks, which is cute, okay, because they're all about the black community and letting our stuff be shown, and trying to sponsor some other people, do some other events with other black artists, other black creators. And they come across this one group with these 3 individuals, and they're selling themselves to them, and they was all here for it. But then all of a sudden they're like, where have I heard you from? Okay, the block. Where have I heard that from before? Baby, at this particular point, they was like, the block, Crenshaw, you threw on that thing that, you threw that art show or whatever for Crenshaw, huh? And as soon as they said that, and they said the block, and they put 2 and 2 together, they said, nah, we gonna have to think about this. Because at first, they was all the way here for it. Now, when they realized that this is the person that Crenshaw was talking about, see, why my baby daddy had to do this, okay? I get it, but at the same time, I was a little disappointed. I was disappointed in both of them, okay? Issa and Crenshaw, the way that they're handling this, all right? But now, because Crenshaw, he, I guess, is a big voice in the African-American community, the art world, they're listening. And so now they don't want to do business with her because, especially, she put out there that the MBW water situation is sponsoring them and all this stuff. And that's what really made them click and be like, oh, this the person that Crenshaw was beefing with, and we don't want no parts of it. I said, child, this don't make no sense. Meanwhile, Molly over there at the retreat, right? They didn't did what they supposed to do for that day. And instead of just staying there and being there with her mother, she still took on this task of doing what she got to do at the law firm, I guess to keep her position, I guess to keep this air about her that she is reliable, you know what I'm saying, so that people won't think different of her. I don't know. It's almost as if she felt as though she could not take off, okay? Like she really has to impress these people, to keep a good repertoire with these people. And if it's a family thing, I just don't understand why she just couldn't say, my mom had a stroke, okay? And hand it off as if nobody will understand. This is not, I feel as though she probably would have got a little bit more leeway because this is a black law firm. And we're not at maybe if she was at the other law firm, they probably would have gave her some mess. And I think like she's still kind of working with that same mindset like she's at that other law firm, that she has to always try to be on top and do way more better to prove herself to her white counterparts. But you're at a black law firm now. And so it's like she still got that same mind frame. But I don't know. It's distracting her while she's sitting there with the group date or whatever. They was like, calm down. She was like, no, I'm just about to take a picture because she was on her phone looking at texts and stuff because they thought she was working still. And she was like, no, I'm about to take a group picture. Then they do this whole thing about the newbies because her and this other guy that was sitting next to her, I think his name was JB, they're the newbies, and they was asking what their first impressions of each other was. Okay. And basically, when they said Molly said, I felt like, the people at the law firm didn't like me. And they was like, yeah, that was what it was because you was doing a little too much. You was acting as if you was still out there at that old law firm. We got DocuSign over there and we got a milk steamer. No, you going to take your ass to Starbucks just like the rest of us, okay? But now we see that that's how the first impression went. But now they're cool with her because we saw all of that. We saw how uptight she was. And Molly even be sitting back in amazement like, damn, was I really that bad? Yes, mama, you was really that bad. You was really that uptight. Meanwhile, they having a good time. Next thing you know, Molly wakes up to an alarm with her clothes half off, her shirt half off, and a watch and Skittles and shit in her bed. And I said, who is this man's watch? Okay, Molly, what did you do? She come down there to the desk and she was trying to order some food. and she see the rest of her coworkers over there. So she, first of all, that little sweatsuit she had on, that was cute, and that's my color too. All right, and I was sitting here like, why she the only one that's dressed down like that? Oh, they had another, trust building exercise or whatever for the retreat for the lawyer shit, and I'm sitting here like, so y'all was all dressed up doing this trust exercise. What is dressing down for y'all? It didn't make no sense, okay? But hey, it is what it is. I would have expected them to have on something like what Molly had on, if we doing some events and going outside and doing all this stuff. But hey, she go over there. And then, because she had slept through it, and so she apologized for that. And then she was like, hey, let me tell y'all something. I was coming out of my room and I stumbled upon this watch, this man's watch. Okay, it was in the middle of the aisle where a whole bunch of rooms was, not mine. And I just want to know, do anybody know who it is or whatever? So she pulled it out. Torian started laughing. He was like, yeah, that's my watch. And she was like, did we? Wait a minute, bitch. Did we? And he was like, no, but this is what happened. They had her on video, bitch. Molly got blasted, okay? Molly was shaking her ass. Molly was letting loose. And it was something that Molly needed to happen just so they can see that, baby. I mean, it could work against her because you never know how people are. Be like, oh, she got so turned up. She ain't do this or whatever. She embarrassed herself at the retreat or whatever. And they could be talking about her and gossiping. But I feel like this is going to work in her favor because Molly is so freaking uptight. She's so uptight. And for them to see this looser Molly, and when I say looser, like not in the sense of wholeness or whatever, but she's a little bit more free. You know what I'm saying? She letting her inhibitions run wild, having fun with them. And I guess I feel like that's going to work in her favor, okay? And I was like, Torian, of all people, so how the hell did Torian get the watch? Explain that. I mean, how did you get Torian watch? I mean, did you slide it off his wrist or what? Meanwhile, Issa go over there to see Crenshaw, and his whole people, everybody just giving her the cold shoulder. And when he see her, and then gonna try to pacify his ass with some brownies. I said, bitch, if it ain't no weed up in there, I don't want it. Okay? I don't want it. At least put some good up in there. Damn, that's a peace offering. Okay? But the whole thing with him, I get it. He's in his feelings because he felt as though Issa was easily gonna just fold to the pressure of the people that's sponsoring her, the white folks, I guess, the corporate, you know what I'm saying, that's sponsoring her, and try to squash his vision of what he really wanted to do during his little project, okay, his presentation of his work. And he didn't appreciate that. That's why he went against what she said and continued to do what he originally planned, And it turned out to actually work. And I feel like what I'm getting is, he's just upset in his feelings that this black woman who I chill with, who I vibe with prior to hooking up with these people, we had a connection. Like, I felt she understood where I was coming from with my artistry. I felt that we had a connection. We was here, and she understood me. But yet, when it came time to fight for my vision, she didn't really fight for my vision. She was willing to just go ahead and please the people that she's sponsored by. And that's what he's getting the issue from. And that's why he said the whole all skin folks and kin folks type of situation. And so with that, I get that. And truth be told, I feel as though if he felt some type of way about it, he should have, a mature person, in a mature fashion, should have pulled her to the side, asked to meet up, and have a deep-ass conversation about this, okay? And come to a common ground. But instead of having a conversation, he do what a lot of us do. We take it to social media, and then therefore we're tearing down another black person that's trying to do something with their life too and trying to be on the come up as well. Instead of just something that could have actually been fixed with words, with a face-to-face, just like they just did. No, we're going to tear each other down by going back and forth and making a show of it for people on social media. So people got to pick sides. And that's messed up. Two black creators trying to do some stuff and succeed in life. And both of them are doing good for the community. Now we got to pick sides because y'all can't handle this shit maturely and behind the scenes without tearing each other down. I get where he coming from and I get where she coming from. He just not here for the bullshit. And she don't understand it, okay? And Issa is caught up in the trap like, you've been down so long, and now you finally get into a place where you're getting respect, you're getting recognition, and it's like, what can I do? I don't want to lose that, so what can I do? So I think they both kind of in a lose-lose situation, especially Issa at this point. Meanwhile, we got Nathan. He over there at his job at the barbershop. You got the people there waiting for Suge. Suge was the nigga with the pieces at the beach last, was it 2 episodes ago? Okay, and his clients are backed up. Baby, let me tell you how I felt about this, because y'all know, if y'all be watching me or on my social media, I have tweeted about this before. I had did a video about this before. What I can't stand, I will tell you my experience. One time when my stylist was at the original location that he was at before he got to the place that he's at now. Baby, at one particular time, I don't know what was going on with this day, because usually when I come in on a freaking Friday, and this is how I know I shouldn't have came in on a Friday, I try to get my hair done during the week, okay? Not the weekend. And if I do get it done during the weekend or on a Friday or whatever, make sure I get it done first thing in the morning, because I do not want to wait. This one particular time, bitch, I was in there for over fucking 3 hours, bitch. It was just like everybody was coming. He was back the fuck up. And it wasn't because he wasn't on time. I don't know if he double booked and didn't know, but baby, it was just too fucking much, and I was over it. So I felt the pain of them sitting there trying to figure out what's happening. One dude said, I've been here so long, my girlfriend about to think that I'm cheating. Okay, so somebody needs to hook me up. And everybody is talking about their grievances with Suge, but you got Arik, okay, the one that was trying to get with Molly on that same episode. He basically was like, but I mean, yeah, he got his flaws or whatever, but he bring his celebrity clientele to the shop or whatever, and he's bringing in money. So his whole thing is, as long as Suge is bringing in the money, that's fine with him. He gonna let him do what he gotta do. Everybody else is like, no, you can't do this, and that is bad. I don't care if you're bringing in your money or celebrity clientele or whatever. You're basically saying these celebrity people are more important than the regular people that you're gonna see that's gonna be there for you when these celebrity people leave. Okay, value my time, bitch. That's how I feel. So one of the dudes was like, somebody gonna hook me up. Like, come on. Nathan said, I'll take the heat. And he did his clients. Of course, Suge gets up in his feelings when he finally got up in there and talk about something. Nathan gonna pay his booth rent and all that stuff. And then gonna come at Nathan, because they all came at him for something. But then came at Nathan saying, people, this shit ain't been going on like this until you came up in here, called him soft, called him crazy, talked about his bipolarism. And I said, that's some low blow ass shit. And that's some weak shit. Suge really thought that he was doing something. I can't stand when niggas get to a certain position and they think that they're doing the best or whatever, and they're better than people because, oh, I was gonna bring the Wu-Tang Clan. So the fuck what? Nigga, if you want to do that, go do that. Okay, like, it ain't no sweat off my back. Like, you ain't nobody. Okay, ooh, you got the Wu-Tang Clan. Ooh, you got this. Okay, and all right, I hate when people that get to a certain place and they look so haughty and down on everybody else as if they forgot where they came from. Okay, and that shit that he did to Nathan, that was some foul shit. That was foul as hell. Meanwhile, and Nathan better than me, because I would have knocked that nigga out. I would have knocked him out. Okay, I would have showed you who's soft. All right, but then we get Molly. She's up there doing a presentation with Torian. Okay, and she's distracted because she's been trying to get updates about her mom, and Curtis keep on sending her text message, and she can't answer it. But she's thinking of worse, and she don't know what's going on, so it's throwing her off her game. Torian was asking what was going on. Like, I had to carry the weight of this presentation, and he really wasn't pissed off about it, which I'm surprised. And it goes to show how much the dynamic of their relationship has changed, because in the beginning, he would have been pissed at her. And y'all saw how their first interaction was when they first came there, right? When she first came to the law firm or whatever. But she was like, she was dealing with some family stuff. Her mama had a stroke, and he was like, damn, why didn't you say something? He had a case at one point, and he was dealing with his brother going through chemo. So you never know what people are going through, and the fact that we as black people, we still got to swallow that shit and still have to go ahead and put forth our best effort so that we can seem like everything is okay, so that our spot won't get taken or people won't look down on us. And that's just the mentality that I feel both of them have. And at this moment, I'm sitting here like I'm sensing some stuff. And I said this in some previous reviews or whatever. I said, I feel as though Torian and Molly might hook up. That's who it is. That's why it was so much tension in the very beginning when they was got together, okay? When they first crossed each other's path, when they was at the law firm, when she first got there, and they was going back to back, and he just was not here for her. I said, yeah, they gonna hook up, okay? They gonna hook up. Meanwhile, Issa is up here because they being so understanding to each other. Next thing you know, we see Issa, she getting some food, and then Condola pop up and then talking about some thank you for being the loser and giving up or whatever, because Lawrence, he came back to LA for me. We are back together. We got this beautiful baby. We are engaged, not with that mall ring that he gave you, but a bigger rock. And his dick, it grew 2 inches bigger. Them long strokes that you be getting? Longer. I said, bitch, Issa, you gonna let this girl talk to you like that? Now, I knew this was a dream right here, okay? Next thing you know, Condola get her food and she knocked Issa out. I said, girl, what is happening? Okay? Meanwhile, I said, Issa, you need to wake up, all right? You need to wake up and you need to let this shit go. Molly get a FaceTime call from her brother showing that her mother is okay. She woke up. And Torian had came to her door with a swag bag, right? I said, you could have, really? You couldn't wait to give her that? So as soon as she opened up the door, she was all hugging on him and all happy because he said you could talk to me with anything that's going on. And so she was extra happy. And she was like, my mom woke up, and they hugging or whatever. And there was a moment where they both looked at each other like, yeah, okay, I feel a spark. I was like, see? I said, all right, they talking about mugs and stuff. I said, Molly, you out here fucking all these niggas, and your nigga was right there underneath your nose the whole damn time. If y'all here for Torian and Molly getting together, I'm actually here for this. Because it feels like he can take her personality. All the other men that she was with, they couldn't take her strong personality, and not necessarily that they couldn't take it. She was doing too much, and he seems similar. I don't know. I think it will work. Meanwhile, you got Issa over there with Nathan, and she getting up in her feelings. Nathan up there talking about he don't know if that barbershop is what he needs to be at. Maybe LA ain't what he needs to be at anymore. And of course, this gets on Issa nerves or whatever, make her feel away. She was like, oh, that's what it is. And he was like, what? And was like, I told you I love you and you didn't say nothing or whatever, and we didn't even talk about it. He was like, damn, Issa, that's what you want to talk about? Damn, you ain't even gonna ask me how I feel about what I'm going through now, and you want to talk about this? And then they get further into it, and he says, listen, bitch, you inconsistent as hell. And she was like, wait a minute, what? How am I inconsistent? It was like, you want to be together, then you don't want to be together, then you crying in my mouth, and then you say you want to be together, but then you want to take it slow, then you love me, but then this and this and that. And I was like, well, damn, Nathan, you got a point. But I was like, damn, did you have to say it the way that you had to say it? And sometimes you just need to be really blunt with the truth, okay? Issa, you brought this shit on yourself. I told you not to get with this inconsistent ass nigga, okay? He inconsistent too. Two inconsistent ass people cannot be together. He's flighty. He has his own issues that he needs to work out, okay? That he has not come to terms with fully, okay? And then you're going to tell him that you love him? Pow! And then expect the same? Baby, no, you messed up in this situation, to be quite honest. And when he told her all of that stuff, baby, do you know, Issa, he said, why don't you just drop it, okay? Bitch, Issa went in the back, did what she had to do, got her food, and came and sat back down on the couch next to him. I said, what the fuck is this? I would have left. First of all, you may be right, but I ain't finna sit here and let you talk to me like that. Not when you got your own issues. I said, Issa, you could do better. You could do better, girlfriend. You can do better, okay? And I think her and Lawrence might meet up next week. Bitch, I ain't even gonna lie. This episode was better than a couple of episodes been, okay? It's good. See the review longer again, okay? But you guys tell me how y'all feel about it. Hopefully next week be good too, because all of the ladies gonna get together. And I love it when they all get together, because I hope it gives me to feel like the Coachella episode from last season, okay? Because that was the best episode of last season. But y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.